this one feels like a better one. This one's gonna help. Oh yeah, this is what we're looking for. Hey everyone, and welcome to the Reel and Replay channel. You know, if you've tuned in before and you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and subscribe so you are notified when new content comes out. Today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. We're not chasing inches in terms of limit size. We're not chasing numbers. We're going to actually chase a little bit of weight. So we're not using forward-facing sonar or any of the advanced technology. We've got a Garmin Striker here, which is a 2D sonar. It's going to tell us our depth. It's going to tell us our water temperature, and it's also going to read that 2D down imaging. So we are going to rely just on our skills of trying to get in places that we've looked at on the maps. We're going to just use fishing skills that are not relative to forward-facing sonar. And once again, I don't think that's evil. I don't think that's wrong. That's just not how I choose to fish. Now, a lot of people catch 30+ pound bags using forward-facing sonar, and you know, that seems to be something that is very achievable with that technology. A lot of times it's harder to run into 30-pound bags, especially here in the state of Kentucky. 30-pound bags is not something that happens a whole lot. So what we're going to chase today is something that I feel like is difficult, but also, you know, you can, I believe we can get that done, is try to hit 15 pounds with up to 5 fish total. So if we catch 3 fish that weigh 15 pounds total, 4 fish 15 pounds total, or 5 max, that's what we're setting out to do today. And I think that that is a goal for a lot of people who fish without the forward-facing sonar, especially when you're not in a bass boat like I'm in a kayak and I'm not able to run all over the lake. I'm only able to fish in a certain area, a certain creek, so that's why it's very important that I choose a good location to put in at. So I believe here at the 1st of May that we have an opportunity to catch up to 15 pounds. I hope that we are able to do that. So we're going to you know, get to a spot. It's going to take us a little bit of time to get there. Stay tuned. Let's see if we can't make this happen today. That may be a good start right there. And it is. That's a 3 or 4 pounder right there. Very first bite. Oh yeah. When we're chasing weight, we'll get that jig out. You can see this guy wanted that jig. We're not going to put this on the measuring board. We're just going to weigh it because we're looking for pounds today, not inches. hoping this one will be over 3 pounds, because then that would give us a all right, please be a 3 pounder for the first bite. $2.82, so not quite 3 pounds, just shy of it, but that is a good start. All right, we got fish number one, 282, just shy of 3 pounds. Ideally, it'd be nice to have 5 3-pound fish. Hopefully we can find something a little bigger than this. It's a tough challenge to break 15 pounds here in Kentucky. We're on Barren River Lake today. It's going to be a tough challenge to break that, but this is a good start. Fish number one, 282. We'll go ahead and let this chunky guy back into the water. Hopefully get a good release here on him. Hell, this one not going to be as big as that last one, but it's another bite. I doubt this one will break 2 pounds. But he's a decent one, maybe 1.5 pounds. $1.52. All right, we got a little work to do if we're going to get to 15. But that is the second fish that we can count. Hopefully we'll run into some 3 and 4 pounders. That is the goal. Okay, this one feels like a big bite right there. This may be the one that we need. Oh yeah, that's another good sized bite. Hopefully this one will be a 3 pounder. Well, maybe not quite 3 pounds. This is probably gonna be pretty close to the same size as that other one, maybe just shy 3. But this will be the 3rd fish that we've caught. Well, I messed that up. Okay. Two, 3, 1 on this fish. Two, 3, 1. Another solid bite. That's another good one. This may, oh, how did I lose that fish? Man, that would have been, I don't know what happened there. Losing bites on a jig. That may have been a 3-pounder, but we'll never know. But that's a critical error, you know, big mistake. That sometimes that happens. I know when I set the hook, I was kind of in a odd spot, and I was just hoping that I set it good enough. But when I went to turn that fish, the line got caught up in it and he came off. So, you know, sometimes that happens, but you're trying to catch them. Every one counts if you got something like this going on, and that one definitely would have helped us. I think we're sitting at just under 7 pounds with 3 fish. So, man, that's one that you'd like to have back. That's for sure. Just kind of hoping that maybe there's another one over here that is bigger than that one. All right, this is number 4, probably another 1.5 pounds. Not gonna be as big as the one that we lost a bit ago, but it is fish number 4. So we'll put it on the scale real quick, see what it weighs. $154. Another little chunk. Not gonna weigh this one. That does not help us. All right, we got fish number 5 here. This is a spotted bass with a big old belly on it. I don't think this one will clear 2 pounds, but maybe. That's a big football thick spotted bass. I'm gonna say shy of 2 pounds. I've been off a little bit today. 202. So altogether we're now over 10 pounds total. So we've got to be able to cull a few. Nice spotted bass there. All right, we got fish number 5. Little spotted bass, over 2 pounds, 202 on the scale. This puts us over 10 pounds, trying to reach 15. We've still got a little bit of time to do that. We just need to run into some 3 or 4 pounders, and we're gonna see if we can't do that here before we run out of time. So we'll go ahead and let this football style spotted bass go. Beautiful fish. And they are some fighters, just like the smallmouth. Those spotted bass are mean. This one will help. I think we had a couple of 1.5 pounders. This one may get up to 2, so it may help a little bit, but we're still needing something a little bigger. $165, so that is going to help just a little to cull one of those 1.5 pounders that we had, but it's not going to be, it's not going to get us much closer. I think I said 165. Let me check it one more time just to make sure. Yeah, 165. Okay, 165. It's a little bit closer, but not much. Good looking largemouth though. This one feels like a better one. This one's gonna help. Oh yeah, this is what we're looking for. This may be that big 4-pounder that we needed. Kind of look at this thing sitting down there in the net. That's what we're looking for right there. Look at that big girthy sucker. We'll have to get that on the front camera. So let's get this thing on the scale first. I think this one will be a 4-pounder, but my estimates have been off today. So let's see what we got here. 4-1. There we go. So it is over 4 pounds, and that is going to get us, you know, pretty close. We're going to pick up quite a bit of weight. 4-1, but that is a tank. Well, we finally caught one that we're looking for. We caught a 4-pounder, 4-1. This one will allow us to cull one of those 1.5 pounders that we still have left. That's going to get us closer to that 15-pound mark with a 5-fish limit. Look at this big old girthy largemouth right here. Big, bad largemouth. Hit that thing right in the face with that BBL. That black and blue jig just seems to get the job done, especially this time of year. So we're going to let this big largemouth, it's a beautiful color here, get back in the water. Yeah, this one's not going to help us. You never can tell sometimes though with these types of bites. Yeah, this one is not going to be big enough to cull anything. You know, this guy may be a pound, a little under a pound, so that's not gonna help. We're sitting a little under 13 pounds, I think 12.9. So we need a couple of good bites to cross that 15-pound threshold. We got a little time left. We'll see if we can do it. This one feels like a good one. This may be what we need here. Maybe. I don't think it's as big as the one before, but I think this is another 3-pounder. Well, maybe 3 pounds. 2.5 to 3. Let's get this one on the scale. It's gonna help us out. I think right now we're sitting at like 12.9. Hoping this is 3, but I don't know that it's gonna climb up that high. $2.64. But another nice fish. Well, we're getting a little closer to that 15-pound mark. 2.64 with this guy. I was hoping that he would push up there closer to 3, but not quite. But we gained another pound, so I think that's going to put us, if we a pound and some ounces, that should put us, I think, a little over 14. So we're looking for another big bite that could push us over that 15-pound mark. We're running out of time though, so we need to cull one more fish, maybe about this size, and we'd be right there. So maybe we can see if that happens before we get out of here. We'll go ahead and get this fish once again, try to get a good release here. When this one bit, trying to put on a little dance performance for us, I guess. When that one bit, I definitely thought it was bigger than what it was. Well, we didn't quite make it to the 15-pound mark. We finished at 13.89, so we liked a pound and some change. We lost one good fish that probably would have pushed us over 14 pounds and got us pretty close to that 15-pound mark, but we didn't land that fish. But we did catch a 4-pounder, so that doesn't happen all the time, and that'll get your heart pounding a little bit. But to go out and just kind of challenge ourselves to catch some weight, some bigger fish, that's always good to set the bar a little bit higher. And 15 pounds for 5 fish here in Kentucky is usually a pretty good mark. If you can hit that, that's a good day out on the water to catch a limit of fish. So whenever I'm trying to catch larger fish and I'm trying to target those bigger bass because I don't have forward-facing sonar, I always tie on a jig, and in this case it's a 1/2 ounce football jig with a Rage Crawl trailer. Black and blue is usually a color that I go with because there's a lot of stained water here in Kentucky, but in the clear situations we'll go with a little bit of green pumpkin. I think we caught the spotted bass, maybe another fish or two with a shaky head. But you know, this is what I'm going to go to catch some of those bigger fish whenever that's what I'm targeting. So if you've not been fishing a jig, then I would highly recommend that you do that if you're not catching some better quality fish. And once again, without forward-facing sonar, or without actually knowing these fish are in these spots, I've got to go after them with something that I know I may not get as many bites, but I can get better quality bites and bigger bites, and that's going to be a jig for me. And I love jig fishing. It's slow, it's methodical, but you can also pick things apart and fish in and out fairly quickly by pitching it, flipping it, and doing all those things. So if you're not using this to catch bigger fish, you're struggling with that, be sure to tie one on, practice with it, learn how to use that, and you'll find that the quality of bites that you get. So here at the end, as always, be sure that you like, subscribe, do all that good stuff. God bless each and every one of you, and we'll catch you next time.